again that he is the best congressperson in the United States of America. I am absolutely convinced that he is the best congressperson in the United States of America. This is a person, and this is a true story. He and I were out in California about 2-3 years ago, and we went to visit Yahoo, where I used to work. And they came in, and this was, nothing to do with Florida. And the opportunity for them to meet with Congressman Wexler, a California company, an internet company. We had, they just jumped at that opportunity. They came in with his bio, they were all blown away, and it wasn't just that. Every single meeting we had, it showed me that this man goes so far beyond the state of Florida. What he does betters the country and it betters the world, and he's going to talk about that today. With that, I want to introduce my friend, the best congressman in America, Congressman Wexler.
Thank you very, very much. If I could just do one thing first. My understanding is there's a young lady in the audience who is celebrating, I think, her 35th birthday, is what I understand. And this young lady, I think, in all of our minds and hearts, is someone who embodies what citizenship is, somebody who is a true patriot in many different ways. She gives of herself, has done so for many, many, many years, decades actually. And she is, in my mind, really the embodiment of the Democratic Party in Broward County and in the state of Florida. And if I could just take one moment to just wish a happy birthday to Diane Glasser, and just, if she would, she's so proud. Diane is 30, not 35. I apologize. Again. Thank you for being here this afternoon. It is my pleasure to be here with Commissioner Jacobs and with Wilma and with State Senator Ring. Let me talk about very quickly the broader issues that the country confronts, and then talk about some of the things that were mentioned earlier in terms of Israel, in terms of Senator Obama, and what our country confronts. The truth of the matter is, whoever becomes the next president of the United States, whether it's a he or a she, confronts what I think all of us would acknowledge are possibly the largest, most complex, most comprehensive problems that any president has ever faced. And I understand we went through World War II, we went through a depression, the Vietnam period and civil rights were very complex. But what the country now faces, both in terms of our domestic needs, our economic needs, our people's needs with respect to jobs and schools, with gasoline prices about to hit $4 a gallon, and with a group of threats internationally, arguably the most threat that the United States and our allies faced at one time, removing ourselves from a debacle in Iraq, winning a war in Afghanistan that should have been priority number one when we began it, thwarting Iran from becoming a nuclear power, figuring out a more constructive relationship with a ever-growing, powerful China, learning how to develop alternative fuels so that Russia cannot literally blackmail European nations by cutting off the natural gas spigot, by figuring out on an urgent basis, I would argue as if it were a Manhattan Project, alternative fuels for our own nation, so that we do not continually send our hard-earned dollars to the Gulf. On top of that, we have the issue of global climate change. Devastating weather, both in our nation and across the world, that makes extraordinary urgency something that this president will have to address immediately. All of that while our country has historically high trade deficits, not in our direction. A dollar that